Hi everyone, how you all doing? So I thought I'd do some more I thought I'd show you some more stuff what I've done to the Outback Fury. I've added this winch, some number plates. I've added, obviously you know about these lights, but I've also added this light bar up here. I've also got another one just here, which would be red. I've added this toolbox here. I've moved these toolboxes to the outside. These are all just glued in basically, guys. I've added a jack, which I was initially going to put along here, but because of this square bit, it's stuck out too far. I've also added a tow bar. I've also added the license plate on the rear. An aerial. I've added this little box here. I've also, like with the interior I've added, this is from the FTX Outback Tracker interior. I'll show you in a minute how I cut that down to fit in this truck. I'll also show you how I managed to mount this winch on the original bumper, and I'll also show you as well, if you want to put a light bar in here that fits directly. This is 135mm, and you have to sand down the edges a little bit to fit it in there, but it will screw directly in the holes where the old one basically used to screw in. So it's basically using the holes that was holding the fake one what was on there. I don't know where I put it now, but anyway, yeah, the fake one what was on there, it is being held on by the holes that was originally holding that. I have put 2 screws. It's going to be hard to see because they're underneath, but I put 2 screws either side here and here to hold this bit down so it doesn't flap about. With the aerial, I literally just drilled a hole and there's a little screw. You just screw this in. That's pretty simple. Again, this is pretty simple. You do have to assemble these though. The tow bars, you have to put all these little screws in. So you got to screw this plate to that. Then you got to put this little screw in. Then you got to put this little screw in, which is for this. And then obviously screw this in, which is for your tow hook or your tow hitch, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I've added some more number plate. I've added some number plates. I've took the body pins out so I can take the body off and make it easier. Oh, this truck is now quite heavy, guys. Well, it's quite heavy anyway, but it's considerably heavy now. But I'm liking it, guys. I think it looks pretty decent, man. It looks pretty good. Now I got the interior in there. Look, I've even got a little rear view. I should have cleaned the windows out before I stuck him in, but I can pop it back out and clean it. But I'm not too worried about it for now. I just wanted to get it in there. Also, I've managed to, as I said, I've managed to put this winch on the original bumper. So the way I did it, obviously we all know that the winch sits on a plate that you screw onto the bumper. So as you can see, it just here, guys, right there. Right there, that's the first screw right there, and the other one's over here, and it goes underneath the winch. So what I did is I put these in first. I put two nuts on the back to lock them screws. Screwed the winch back to the plate. Obviously, before I put these screws back in, I drilled the holes so that these can fit in with the nut still attached. So I've actually put this in with the nut on it, and then put some glue in the hole to hold it, because otherwise if you're not going to be able to screw this in without the winch on it. So there's no way to get like this. Like you wouldn't be able to get an Allen key on this. Do you know what I mean? Like if this is screwed to it, you can't get an Allen key on there. So yeah, I put the screw in, put 2 nuts on it, drilled the hole big enough for the nuts to go into, and then I just glued the nuts into the holes. And then there's two little ones just there, which pretty much I just drilled through the bumper plate and put the screws through. Again, I use a bit of glue just to keep them in there. So that's how I mounted it. Also as well, to mount it, you will have to do a little bit of grinding to fit the profile of the winch on the bumper. So you see here where I've just sanded it out a little bit to fit the profile of this winch. So yeah, I just grinded a little bit here, and you have to grind a little bit on the inside because there's another raised bit here, so you have to grind that bit as well. You can kind of just see it there vaguely. But yeah, all you need to do is just grind it out a little bit so the winch can sit on there, otherwise this will push it back and then you won't be able to do it. So you just have to grind it out a little bit to fit the profile. So yeah, with the interior, guys, the interior is from the Outback Tracker, which everybody knows. The Outback Tracker is bigger than this truck. Is bigger. Like is to fit that interior in here. Obviously, it won't fit because it's got the back seats and it is wider. So the Outback Tracker is quite considerably wider than this Outback Fury. So just so you can see, that's the interior in. I have used hot glue to like hold it in there, but I can pop that off if I want to take it back out. But I've just done that to keep it in there because when you cut this interior down to fit in here, as you know, on the interior you get like a little overlap bit where you would stick the double-sided Velcro to stick it in the shell. Well, you've got to cut that off to fit it in here, otherwise it won't fit. So to show you how I did that, let me just move this truck, guys. Show you how I managed to fit that interior in here. So this is basically the interior. So if I put it down here, stand up, I'll turn this light back on. So this is the dash, the driver, passenger seat, rear seats, and then your back bed. What you've got to do is, hang on, let me pause it. Obviously cut off the back end. You see here where I put side? This is the side I was on about where you would stick the Velcro. So that's one side, this is the other side. So you have to cut them side bits off, guys. You got to cut them off. Then the next thing you got to do. So then on the front bit where you got this bit here, which again this is where you would put some Velcro. So you got to cut out these 2 notches, and that would be for where the notches are for the window wipers. So you have to cut them out as well. So the last thing you would have to do to get this interior to fit is to cut the dash off on an angle a little bit. So just cut off like an edge here and an edge here. Once you do all that, it should fit in the cockpit. Obviously just cut it and then just keep testing it. But yeah, that's how I got mine to fit. So you do lose a lot of the interior, but I just wanted to put a cockpit in there, so yeah, I don't care about the rest of it. It's in there now. So yeah, that's how I fit the Tracker interior in the Outback Fury. So as you can see, guys, there's the angle cut. You can just kind of see it underneath the glue. So yeah, once you cut all that off, you'll be able to fit it in. You see that? About to cut that bit off, then cut this section out here, because this bit here is bumped, and this bit here's got a bump. Is where the wipers sit inside the body. And then this wire here is for the LED on the top, for the light bar. This wire here is for all the front lights. This wire here is for the rear backlight on the roof. And this one here is for the lights in the back. So here's a look at the wiring in the chassis. It's a little bit of a mess at the minute, but I'm planning on putting that quick run in it. So for the minute I'm not too bothered about the wires. I just basically wanted to get the truck how it is now, really, before I installed that. So this box here is for the winch control, which then just got a little connector that connects up to the battery, so it's like goes 2 into 1. Then these connectors here are obviously just for the lights, so I got some there, and then I got a couple more up here. And yeah, to control the winch, guys, unfortunately I can't do it with the controller, so it's just going to be controlled off of this. But it does work. It's up and it does work. I've tried it out. Maybe I should stick a battery in there quickly and just show you guys with the lights on, and so I can show you the winch quickly, I guess. Alright, yeah, I'll do that. And there you go, guys. There it is with all the lights on. See, I've got the little red one up here as well. And then just so you can see the winch. I think it's, yeah, there you go. And there you go, guys. One winch. Yeah, there it goes. So, my FTX Outback Fury, pretty much all done. I do want to try and find something I can put up here. I don't know what. I did buy some luggage stuff, but it's a bit big for this truck. I think it'd be alright in the Outback Tracker, but it's too big for this truck. And the good thing is I can just undo these screws and tilt that down a little bit. But yeah, guys. God, that light is quite bright, isn't it? Yeah, that's my FTX Outback Fury 2.0. That's pretty much it finished, pretty much, apart from just installing this, which I'll get round to at some point. But I'm thinking I'll do another run as it is. I'll take it out as it is, and then after that run, maybe I will get round to installing that in it. But I'm going to give it another run stock with the stock setup. And yeah, after that run, I'll think about installing that brushless hobby wing thing. But yeah, what do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, guys.